A legacy of kings. Alexander's empire. Alexander the Great, one of history's most iconic figures, created an empire that stretched across 3 continents and encompassed a diverse array of cultures. His conquests not only dismantled the Achaemenid Persian Empire but also paved the way for the Hellenistic Age, characterized by the blending of Greek and Eastern cultures. This exploration delves into the legacy of Alexander's empire, examining its political structure, cultural integration, and the influence it exerted on future civilizations. 1. The formation of Alexander's empire. The conquests, campaigns against Persia. Alexander began his conquests in 334 BCE with his invasion of Persia. Key victories at Granicus, Issus, and Gaugamela established his dominance over the Persian Empire and secured vast territories. Expansion into Egypt and beyond. After conquering Persia, Alexander turned his attention to Egypt, where he was hailed as a liberator. He then continued eastward into Central Asia and India, expanding his empire to unprecedented sizes. Cultural conquests. Alexander's campaigns were not merely military. They involved cultural integration and the promotion of Hellenistic ideals across the regions he conquered. Political structure. Integration of local rulers. Alexander adopted a policy of integrating local rulers into his administration. By reinstating local leaders, such as King Porus in India, he fostered loyalty and stability within his newly acquired territories. Use of satraps. To govern his vast empire effectively, Alexander appointed satraps, or provincial governors, in key regions. This system of governance allowed for a degree of local autonomy while ensuring loyalty to Alexander. Promotion of Hellenistic culture. Alexander encouraged the spread of Greek culture throughout his empire. He founded cities such as Alexandria, which became centers of Hellenistic culture, learning, and trade. 2. The cultural legacy of Alexander's empire. Hellenistic synthesis. Blending of cultures. The conquests of Alexander led to a unique cultural synthesis known as Hellenism. This era was marked by the fusion of Greek and Eastern cultural elements, resulting in significant advancements in art, science, and philosophy. Spread of Greek language and ideas. Greek became the lingua franca of the Hellenistic world, facilitating communication and the exchange of ideas. The spread of Greek literature, philosophy, and political thought had a lasting impact on the cultures of the regions that fell under Alexander's influence. Advancements in art and science. Artistic flourishing. The Hellenistic period saw significant advancements in art, characterized by greater realism and emotional expression. The blending of styles from Greece and the East resulted in innovative forms of sculpture and painting. Scientific progress. The era produced notable advancements in various fields, including mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Scholars such as Euclid and Archimedes built upon Greek knowledge while integrating Eastern insights, leading to innovations that shaped future scientific inquiry. 3. The influence on successor states. The Wars of the Diadochi. Power struggles. After Alexander's death in 323 BCE, his empire was divided among his generals, known as the Diadochi. These power struggles led to a series of conflicts as they vied for control over different regions of the empire. Establishment of Hellenistic kingdoms. The Diadochi established their own kingdoms, including the Ptolemaic kingdom in Egypt, the Seleucid Empire in Asia, and the Antigonid kingdom in Macedonia. These successor states continued to promote Hellenistic culture and governance. Lasting political structures. Legacy of governance. The administrative practices established during Alexander's reign influenced the governance of later empires, particularly the Roman Empire. The integration of local customs with Greek ideals became a model for effective governance in diverse territories. Cultural exchange. The Hellenistic kingdoms fostered cultural exchange and interaction between East and West, further enhancing the legacy of Alexander's empire and shaping the cultural landscape of subsequent civilizations. 4. The military legacy of Alexander. Military strategies and innovations. Tactical innovations. Alexander's military campaigns introduced new strategies and tactics that were studied and emulated by future military leaders. His use of combined arms, cavalry tactics, and psychological warfare set a standard for military operations. Legacy of leadership. Alexander's approach to leadership, characterized by personal involvement in battles and fostering loyalty among his troops, remains a model for military leaders to this day. Influence on future warfare. Military doctrine. The principles derived from Alexander's campaigns have influenced military doctrine throughout history. His innovative strategies continue to be taught in military academies around the world. Inspiration for generals. Alexander's conquests and military prowess have inspired countless generals, from Julius Caesar to modern military leaders, serving as a benchmark for successful military campaigns. 5. The enduring legacy of Alexander's empire. Cultural and intellectual legacy. Cultural continuity. The cultural exchange initiated by Alexander's conquests laid the groundwork for a rich Hellenistic culture that flourished for centuries. This cultural legacy influenced the arts, sciences, and philosophies of later civilizations. Intellectual movements. The Hellenistic period fostered a climate of intellectual inquiry and innovation, leading to the development of schools of thought, including Stoicism and Epicureanism, that would resonate through history. Political and military impact. Imperial models. The political and military models established by Alexander and his successors influenced subsequent empires, including the Romans. Their administrative practices and military strategies became foundational to the governance of vast territories. Lasting influence on leadership. Alexander's life and conquests serve as an enduring testament to the power of vision, ambition, and strategic thinking in leadership. His legacy continues to inspire leaders across various fields, emphasizing the importance of adaptability and cultural understanding. Conclusion. A legacy of kings. The legacy of Alexander the Great is one of unparalleled ambition and achievement, marked by military conquests that reshaped the ancient world and established a cultural synthesis that would influence future generations. His empire, though short-lived, left an indelible mark on history, paving the way for the Hellenistic age and the cultural exchanges that followed. 6. The legacy of cultural synthesis in Alexander's empire. Hellenistic culture. The conquests of Alexander resulted in a profound cultural synthesis known as Hellenism. This blend of Greek and Eastern elements created a rich tapestry of cultural practices, philosophies, and artistic expressions that defined the Hellenistic period. Art and architecture. The art of the Hellenistic era featured greater emotional expression and realism compared to classical Greek art. Architectural advancements included grand structures like the Lighthouse of Alexandria, which became symbols of Hellenistic ingenuity. Literature and philosophy. The spread of Greek literature, combined with local influences, led to the emergence of new literary genres and philosophical schools. The works of poets like Theocritus and philosophers like Epicurus reflect this cultural blend. Religious syncretism. Alexander's empire fostered an environment where different religious traditions could coexist and influence one another. The incorporation of local deities into the Greek pantheon and the promotion of syncretic practices are notable examples of this cultural exchange. Worship of Serapis. In Egypt, the cult of Serapis emerged as a syncretic blend of Greek and Egyptian religious practices, illustrating how Alexander's conquests facilitated the integration of diverse beliefs. Scientific advancements. The Hellenistic period saw significant scientific advancements, influenced by the exchange of knowledge between Greek and Eastern scholars. The blending of ideas led to notable developments in mathematics, astronomy, and medicine. Notable figures. Scholars such as Euclid and Archimedes advanced mathematical theories, while physicians like Hippocrates influenced medical practices. The cultural exchanges initiated by Alexander's campaigns laid the groundwork for these advancements. 7. The administrative innovations of Alexander's empire. Centralized governance. Alexander implemented a system of governance that balanced central authority with local autonomy. This approach allowed him to maintain control over vast territories while respecting local customs and traditions. Use of satraps. By appointing satraps, provincial governors, to oversee different regions, Alexander ensured effective administration and loyalty among local leaders. This model of governance would be emulated by subsequent empires. Cultural and administrative integration. Alexander encouraged the integration of various cultures within his empire. By promoting local customs and involving local elites in governance, he fostered stability and cooperation. Bilingual administration. In regions like Egypt and Persia, Alexander's administration often operated in multiple languages, facilitating communication and governance in culturally diverse territories. Infrastructure development. The establishment of roads, trade routes, and urban centers facilitated trade and communication across the empire. These infrastructure projects not only enhanced economic activity but also promoted cultural exchange. 8. The influence of Alexander's empire on future civilizations. Foundation for Roman expansion. The political and cultural structures established during the Hellenistic period laid the groundwork for the later expansion of the Roman Empire. The Romans adopted many elements of Hellenistic governance, culture, and military organization. Impact on later empires. The empires that followed Alexander, including the Parthian and Sasanian empires in Persia, were influenced by Hellenistic culture and governance. The blend of Greek and Eastern traditions persisted in these civilizations, shaping their development. Cultural exchanges along trade routes. The trade routes established during Alexander's conquests became conduits for cultural exchange between East and West. This interaction contributed to the spread of ideas, technologies, and cultural practices that would influence the development of civilizations across Eurasia. 9. The enduring